Pool robots usually promise convenience, but most still require a surprising amount of work. You still need to pull them out of the water, empty filters, rinse everything off, charge them, and repeat the whole process every few days. The WYBOT S3 is designed to eliminate most of that maintenance entirely. WYBOT calls this the world's first robotic pool cleaner with advanced 3D mapping and intelligent smart navigation, and after using it for a while, I can see why they're pushing that angle so hard. This thing maps your pool in 3D, plans its own cleaning routes, docks itself automatically, recharges itself, and transfers debris into its own collection bin with very little interaction from you. We've partnered with WYBOT to check out the S3 and see what living with a fully automated pool cleaner is actually like day to day. So I want to show you how the S3 works, what the AI features actually do, and why this feels much closer to a fully automated smart appliance than a traditional pool cleaner. Now, setup here is a bit more advanced than your average robotic pool cleaner, but that's because the system itself does a lot more. Inside the box, you get the robot, the docking station, the filtration components, the debris transfer setup, and all the accessories needed to get everything running. The dock is really the centerpiece of the entire experience. This isn't just a charger sitting next to a pool. It also handles debris transfer, charging, water drainage, and the self-cleaning process automatically. The initial setup takes a little time because you need to install the debris flow tubing correctly and position the dock properly near the pool. But once everything is connected, the system becomes surprisingly hands-free. And even though the dock setup itself is fairly substantial, the robot is still easy to handle whenever you need to remove it from the pool or reposition it manually. And that's really the philosophy behind the S3. It's designed to reduce how much hands-on maintenance you deal with day to day just to keep your pool clean. The dock also supports both solar and DC charging, so you've got a little more flexibility depending on where the system is installed. After a while, you start realizing the goal here just isn't cleaning performance. It's reducing how often you even need to think about pool maintenance in the first place. Once you're up and running, the first cleaning cycle is basically the robot learning your pool. The S3 uses its onboard AI vision system and 3D mapping technology to scan the shape and layout of the pool, then starts building optimized cleaning routes for future cleaning cycles. So instead of just moving randomly around the pool, the cleaning pattern becomes much more systematic after that first mapping pass. And you can actually watch all of this happen directly in the app. The app lets you monitor the robot's position in real time, switch between cleaning modes, create schedules, and manually control the robot remotely. And driving a pool robot underwater from your phone feels way more entertaining than it probably should. There's dedicated cleaning modes for walls, floors, and water lines, plus an AI vision mode that focuses specifically on efficient floor cleaning using the mapped layout of the pool. There's 5 cleaning modes overall, including a quick clean mode that's useful for smaller pools or faster maintenance runs when you don't need a full cleaning cycle. You can also schedule cleanings in advance and receive notifications when cleaning cycles finish or maintenance is needed. That combination of automation, app connectivity, and intelligent navigation is really what makes the S3 feel like a premium smart home product instead of just another pool gadget. Of course, none of the smart features matter if the robot can't actually clean the pool properly. Fortunately, the cleaning performance here is really solid. The S3 handled larger debris like leaves without much trouble, but I was more impressed by how well it picked up finer dirt and sediment sitting at the bottom of the pool. The dual filtration setup really helps a lot with that. You've got a standard filter layer for larger debris, plus an ultra-fine filter designed to capture much smaller particles that cheaper robotic cleaners sometimes leave behind. Now, because the robot already mapped the pool earlier, the movement pattern looks much more efficient than older robotic cleaners I've used before. It spends less time wandering around aimlessly and more time systematically covering the pool. The wall climbing performance was solid too, and the S3 handled waterline scrubbing automatically without needing much intervention from me. Part of that comes from the 4-wheel drive system and quad roller brush setup, which helps the robot maintain traction and navigate obstacles more effectively than traditional belt-driven designs. The side brushes also help it clean along edges and tighter corners more thoroughly during each pass. That combination of AI navigation and strong cleaning coverage is probably the biggest reason this feels like such a premium system overall. The dock is still the most impressive part of the whole setup though. Once the cleaning cycle finishes or the battery gets low, the robot automatically returns to the dock, recharges itself, and transfers debris into an external collection bin. And that changes the ownership experience more than I expected. Most robotic pool cleaners still require constant maintenance after every cleaning cycle, You're pulling them out of the water, opening filters, rinsing debris, and dealing with cleanup yourself almost every time. Here, most of that process happens automatically. The large 10-liter debris bin also means fewer interruptions and less frequent maintenance overall. WYBOT says maintenance can drop to around once a month depending on pool conditions, and while that obviously depends on how dirty your pool gets, the reduction in hands-on maintenance is immediately noticeable. After using the S3 for a while, the biggest difference compared to traditional pool robots is just how little interaction it asks from you on the day-to-day. You stop thinking about pool maintenance because the robot is quietly handling most of that work in the background. And honestly, that's the experience most smart home products are trying to deliver in the first place. There are still a few practical things worth mentioning before buying one. Now, this is definitely a premium product with pricing currently around $2,500 depending on promotions. Second, the dock system takes up a bit more space than a traditional pool robot charger, so you'll want a good installation spot near the pool. And while the automation is excellent once everything is up and running, the initial setup process is definitely more involved than simpler robotic cleaners. But the trade-off for that extra setup work is convenience. Once the system is configured, the S3 does a really good job of fading into the background and handling routine maintenance automatically. The best thing about the WYBOT S3 isn't just that it performs well. It's that the whole ownership experience feels designed around making your life easier. The AI mapping makes cleaning more efficient, the app features are genuinely useful, and the self-emptying dock eliminates one of the most annoying parts of owning a robotic pool cleaner in the first place. After a while, it starts feeling less like a pool vacuum and more like an automated appliance that quietly handles its own job in the background. And that's what makes the S3 feel different from most robotic pool cleaners I've used before. If you want a premium, set it and forget it pool cleaning system with smart automation, intelligent navigation, and minimal maintenance, the WYBOT S3 is a compelling option.